Hi everyone! Well, anyone who owns an apartment, house or cottage, sooner or later start thinking over the renovation of their property. And here begins the whirl of creative ideas for some of us, but headaches for others. How to choose the right materials for new interior, which would make it not only beautiful, but also be of high quality. After all, we have to consider not only a color gamma, pattern and texture, but also the composition of the components, the complexity of the application and materials durability. We will tell you, and moreover, we'll show how the liquid wallpaper, the innovative decorative material from the brand Bioplast, helps you quickly create the beautiful interior of virtually any room. Today, we will make an interior renovation in a small but cute little house. We have chosen an area at ground floor, which is a spacious studio of 36 square meters in size, with large windows and a door to the terrace. It will combine the lounge area and the kitchen and dining room. We will make the walls decoration and can visually divide these zones using two completely different patterns of coating for each zone. As well as the main materials of decoration, we will use the Bioplast liquid wallpaper. Now, we are in the studio of a country house, ready to be renovated. As you see, this is not a standard design solution, but exactly in this area I'll reveal all charm of the liquid wallpaper as a perfect material for interior decoration. I'm going to show you the best technique of applying the Bioplast wallpaper. Okay, let's get started! But first, I would like to give you the detailed info on liquid wallpapers, why people call them with such a name, and why there's so much talk about their advantages. Originally, these wallpapers are supplied as a dry mixture which already incorporates a color palette, decorative elements, coating texture, and adhesive components. Before applying the contents of the package, it needs to be well soaked in water, after which it becomes a type of plastic substance easy to be applied. That is why they are called liquid wallpaper. Indeed, liquid wallpapers have a number of significant advantages. As a decorative plaster, based on artificial silk fibers, they create the effect of seamless fabric covering. This is comfortable and aesthetically pleasing. The fiber structure of the material which the liquid wallpaper is made of retains warmth and absorbs sound. The structure of the coating allows the walls to breathe, unlike so popular vinylic wallpapers. The finished coating has a zero electrostatic charge, thus it does not attract dust. Having this ability, the liquid wallpaper from Bioplast knock out the standard vinyl wallpapers, which are in fact merely oilcloth. The wallpapers Bioplast have a great feature, repairability. This allows quick and easy replacement of any damaged or stained sections. Liquid wallpapers are easy to apply to hard and rough surfaces, keeping the same quality of the coating. Within their own application thickness, the liquid wallpaper can fill in smart cracks and cover surface irregularities. This means that the preparation of walls for the application of liquid wallpaper is much easier to be done than for many other decorative materials. However, it is necessary to precisely follow the attached instructions. For example, the plain concrete surfaces and sand cement rendering must be covered with white or colorless acrylic primer. Then, speckled with prime putty. Once it's dried, a new layer of white or colorless acrylic primer should be laid on. And I also advise to putty the drywall in advance. In case there is a task to apply the liquid wallpaper on wooden, wood fiber surfaces and chipboard, these surfaces should be preliminary coated with Alkyd Enamel PF 115. And again, give them time to get dry, and only then the liquid wallpaper can be applied. Very often, the surfaces have the steel structures. No worries at all. The liquid wallpapers can neatly cover almost all materials, including metal. The main thing is to prepare the surface in a proper way. But first, they also are to be painted with Alkyd Enamel PF 115. Thus, we create a waterproof layer that prevents water contact with the metal and helps to avoid the appearance of traces of corrosion on the decorative coating. I would like to tell you about acrylic primer in details and explain why its use is highly recommended. As a matter of fact, the acrylic primer is a kind of glue material. Treated with it, the gypsum plaster does not soak under the action of water. It also binds dust particles on the surface, leaving it clean and ready for the next phase of work. According to the technology, the manufacturer advises using a white or colorless acrylic primer. Sometimes the manufacturers may add so-called copolymers, which impart a certain color to the primer. but it may cause the appearance of an undesirable color on the ready wallpapers. You don't need to make the surfaces allocated for the coating with liquid wallpaper ideally smooth. The technology allows rough surfaces with irregularities permissible for the primer. The liquid wallpapers are able to conceal them completely within its own thickness. On the other hand, if the wall is smooth by itself, you should not create roughness. Liquid wallpapers can also perfectly stick to the smooth finish putty preliminarily treated with acrylic primer. Well, now the process of surface preparation is over and we can proceed to prepare the liquid wallpaper for application. The process of liquid wallpaper soaking doesn't require any special knowledge and skills. All we need is a package with dry mixture, water, measuring cup for water, and a clean plastic container wherein the mixture is soaked. Just empty the content of the packet into the container for soaking and then add the warm water according to the instructions stated on the packaging label. The water temperature should be between 40 and 50 degrees Celsius. Warm water ensures proper dissolution of the adhesive components without lumps. In cold water, it could not get properly dissolved, but the hot water, on the contrary, can damage the glue component. Then, this wet mass needs to be stirred by hand in order to make sure no dry cobs left. Yet, the excessively active and strong stirring and using the mixture is not welcome, as this would lead to the fragmentation of color fractions, resulting in distortion of the designed color texture pattern. The silk wallpapers Bioplast are absolutely safe, as in the process of applying as well as finished decoration. The liquid wallpapers include only the components that are used in our everyday life: artificial silk fibers, wood-based products, such binders as KMC, glue and decorative components, like sprangles, and natural minerals, such as vermiculite. Only safe materials. Therefore, there are absolutely no restrictions for using them in children's rooms, apartments, or any other rooms in schools or kindergartens. Once mixed, we will put the lid on the container with wet substance to prevent evaporation. If there isn't a suitable cover, the polyethylene sack of suitable size can be used. We'll leave the mass in the bucket to soak for at least 8 hours. You may ask why the process of soaking should last at least 8 hours. Well, the spirit is necessary for our safe, natural adhesive component to totally dissolve in the water from a powder, without the lumps, and will be completely ready to use. The soaked liquid wallpaper can be stored at ambient indoor temperature up to 5 days, retaining its adhesive properties. Well, now the wallpaper mixture has reached the desired condition for the application. One of the Bioplast wallpaper's strong points is that you can buy ready-made mixture of a certain composition so as to match the interior of the wallpaper layout developed by the designer of your apartment or house. And the one who feels the soul of an artist can experiment with colors and textures without limits for ideas and imagination. And I also believe this is the one of the important features of Bioplast products. The most convenient tool for applying and flattening of liquid wallpapers is a plastic trowel, also sometimes referred to as plastic iron or plastic paddle. It looks like a rectangular plastic board, usually 130 and 270 mm in size, with an L-shaped handle. Let's tackle the work. Okay, off we go. The process of applying liquid wallpaper does not require special skills, and that is why they are classified as do-it-yourself materials. Your mission is reduced to smoothing the plastic mass on the surface. Usually, the cum savvy required for this work is being developed during the first 15 to 20 minutes of operation, and then, later on, it is being improved and refined. We recommend that the first experience of the application is made on a flat straight section of the wall, and it is desirable to cover the wall from right to left, providing that the trowel in your right hand will facilitate application and avoid rubbing the finished coating by your left shoulder. Applying too thin may cause the gaps in the layer, therefore it needs to be redone with the reverse move of the trowel. Please note that the application with a layer thickness more than 2 mm will only affect the material expenditure and the drying period, but not the quality of the finished coating. In this case, if the liquid wallpaper's layer is thicker than 2 mm, it is recommended to maintain the same thickness of the coating over the entire surface. Thus, after drying, we get coat texture on the whole area. Applying to the selected area must be carried out with material from one batch, from corner to corner, to cover the whole area. Compliance with this provision ensures same color, even texture pattern on the coated surface. This eliminates the need to wet up the dry edge of the coating to continue the work, and also guarantees that the color and texture of the coated pattern will be the same on the entire surface. In the process of applying and after it's completed, the room in which the works are performed should be well ventilated. Active ventilation contributes to the rapid evaporation of moisture from the newly inflicted cover. On average, the drying lasts for 2 days. If it's cold and damp outside, we recommend to engage the additional heating from the fan heaters. The flow of warm air can be directed straight on the wallpapers. It significantly accelerates the drying process, but at the same time, it is necessary to ventilate the room from time to time. As you can see, it is easy to operate with liquid wallpapers. With Bioplast wallpapers, you can unleash your fantasy and creativity. Their color palette and textures gives you unlimited possibilities to realize your ideas in the decoration of an apartment or house. The liquid wallpaper can be applied not only on plain surface. Many people are excited about the following points. Can the sunlight deteriorate the color of the liquid wallpaper, and will they attract dust? Based on my experience, I can tell that all models of Bioplast liquid wallpapers are highly resistant to the impact of sunlight. Also, do not worry about the dust too. I repeat, these wallpapers have zero surface electrostatic charge, so they don't get dusty. This is one of their specific properties. But if you feel that they are dusty, though, it won't happen soon, not earlier than in 5 years. Believe me, it is not a problem at all. Take a vacuum cleaner with a soft brush and clean the walls. Another important issue, what to do if the cover gets dirty or gets damaged. There are also absolutely no reasons to panic. Remember, at the beginning I mentioned such a proprietary liquid wallpaper as maintainability. If the outer surface of the liquid wallpaper is soiled or damaged, to restore the damaged portion you just need to macerate it locally and remove it while it's wet. Then, a portion of a new material with the required size is to be applied and smoothed. Typically, for the restoration is used a dry amount of the liquid wallpaper mixture left from the previous works. I would also emphasize that with the liquid wallpaper you can not only cover the large flats, but also create drawings. This decoration material gives everyone who wants to try a designing activity a great opportunity to create patterns on the wall, drawings, especially in the rooms for children, and in general vary the trim of the walls. Experts of the brand Bioplast, using modern trends in the world of trimming materials, have developed and introduced a wide range of ready color and texture solutions. For example, only the pure white color is presented in 4 different textures: classic monochromatic, dynamic, intense colors, pastel gamma. As well as ready-made color combinations can be used for decorating as of the whole room and as an individual decorative elements. The manufacturer website offers some very useful features for customers. For example, on this page you can make use of the online interior design that will help you visualize each article in the interior, and a handy calculator will calculate the required amount of material. Thus, making a choice based on the aesthetic preferences and available budget becomes much easier. You can also find the complete information about shopping malls and dedicated markets, where you can not only get acquainted with the samples of building materials and professional advice of the specialists, but also buy them. You can address any questions to Bioplast either via the contact form on the website or email. Well, we've finished! Our home studio looks spacious, bright, beautiful. It's divided into 2 areas, kitchen and living room, and is ready to meet the owners. Soon they will select furniture and everything else needed to match this interior. They may not only worry about the quality of the wallpapers, as they will neither come unstick nor change color, and definitely will not affect their health because they're made of the most natural, environmentally safe components. As you have seen, working with liquid wallpapers is not difficult or tedious. On the contrary, it's very interesting. Do not be afraid to set your imagination free and realize your own ideas and design of fancy interiors. Goodbye, good luck, and may your innovation be creative!